Hello and welcome to a new video from Digidesignresort. My name is Monia and in this video I'm going to draw with you this weekly overview for October. And it's not that hard, so here's what you need. First of all, of course, your bullet journal. This is what you usually need, but you don't need the scribbles that matter. Whatever you choose is just fine. Then you need some pencil and colored pencils. Then your micron fine liner, a rubber of course, and a Stabilo pen or a black pen in general. So, and once you have that, let's get started. I'm always careful when it comes to drawing in my bullet journal. I usually don't want to mess it up, so I start with a pencil. I use a 6B, so a very smooth pencil, so I can rub it off pretty well. And that's what I usually do. You see my pencil case here is still full, but the pencils with which are smooth from 2B to 6B, those are usually getting much smaller. So I start with a pumpkin and I draw an oval, and from that I draw half ovals to half a pumpkin, and then I add some leaves. Yeah, this is how I put the page into two pieces, on top and the bottom, so it gets a little bit of dimension here. I use a coin to draw circles. I figured it looks much better if I have a coin or something to draw my circles. It doesn't have to be a perfect distance to each other. I just put them around and see that I put them in a way I can write a lot next to it or under it, so I have some space for the week, for the weekly to-dos actually. So once I have set that up, I usually start drawing or coloring here, and I start with an orange pencil and color my pumpkin. So first of all I choose a light orange, so I start with a light orange, and once I'm done with that I start shading. I didn't mark or I didn't outline the pumpkin with my micron fine liner as I often do, because I want to have different colors this time. I want to have the light orange and then a darker orange to give the whole page a little bit of a 3D effect, a little bit of dimension. So this is what I thought of for this page. You don't have to do that, of course. If you prefer to have a flat design, that's also just fine. So you see me doing the same thing with a green. I start with darker green and get lighter, or I start with light and get darker, so just as it suits my needs. And then I'm drawing here all the leaves around my pumpkin. And you see it already looks a little bit like, a little bit like a 3D because of the darker orange on the edges. And if you do the same with the green one, you see it's coming out much better. So once I'm done with that, I first wanted to use a Stabilo pen, but now I start with my pencil once again and add the weeks of the days of the week, actually, sorry, and just draw them into it. And if it doesn't fit my needs, or if it's not in the center, or so whatever, like it happens now with a Saturday, I can just rub it off. So that's why I usually start with a pencil. And once you have done that, you grab your Stabilo pen and fill out the whole circle. You can be just actually very careful and don't draw over it. In case you're not, you can use a little trick. I have a white adding, and with that one I draw over the weekdays once again, so it stands out a little and it looks better actually. But if you are careful, you don't really need them. That's why I haven't used it in the supplies at the beginning. You don't have to. It's just an idea, just a trick. I draw the circles of the weekdays close to the pumpkin just because I want to have space next to it, so I can put some squares to have a to-do. Yeah, so I just draw them, and inside these squares I can even put the circle with a cross or whatever I need. So I just have an overview what I have to do and what kind of task it is that can come into that plain square here. So you see me adding 3 pieces to each day. It might get more, hopefully not less, and then I make it fit to the rest. So now I'm going to shade a little bit more with the orange and the green, just to give the page a little bit of a dimension again, I guess. So just very light is what I put in the background of the pumpkin. You could even draw it completely around. It would look good, I think. And I do the same with my green. I just put very light green in the background and give it an idea of another leaf here around the weekdays. You don't have to do that, of course. You can just leave it as it is. Okay, I nearly forgot to add the dates of the week, so I'm going to write that next to the circle, not just on the bottom right, but also in the middle or on top. You know, you can do it as it suits your needs. I just want to have them there, but I don't want it to be sorted. It just, you know, it just needs to look nice. Okay, that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed this little tutorial and got a new idea for a weekly overview. If so, please don't forget to subscribe to our channel, leave us a thumb up and maybe a comment, and don't forget to click the little bell so you are notified whenever I post a new video. Until the next one, see you, bye!